It's Friday night pint and we are live. Nikki is late, which is why we've started a bit late. We tried to wait for him before. Let's just go for it. We're going to be looking ahead to the Burnley game. We're going to be talking about Disasi, the latest signing for West Ham. Should he start? Should he be chucked straight in against Burnley? We're going to be talking about the window in general and just looking ahead. Obviously, we've got the Leeds and Forest game going on now. Big game for West Ham in a relegation battle. How's it going, right?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Yeah, it's a big weekend, isn't it? Down at the bottom. As we were saying, Forest and Leeds tonight, us and Burnley tomorrow. Palace play Brighton. Spurs play United. It's a big, massive weekend, but all we can do is concentrate on what we've got to do and win, get our 3 points.
100%, mate. 100%. And we got a guest coming on a bit later on as well, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, mate, like you said, like looking ahead to the game, Leeds got corner. Yeah, the game tomorrow. It's a big game, and Nuno's got some big choices. Tadebo's out. I mean, I don't think I've spoke to you since we've actually signed Disasi. I've actually been on, and because he was announced Monday, like literally last minute after the bloody window had shut and everything. Like, before we talk about whether he should start, what are your thoughts on the signing?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think when we spoke last week about it, I mean, he's probably not your first choice, but I think the situation we're in, I think beggars can't be choosers, and I think that, like, if he was the only option, then yeah, I mean that's what we have to deal with. I mean, Nuno wanted him. It gets mixed reviews from Chelsea fans. I mean, I've seen some Chelsea fans saying he's all right, some saying he's really bad. I think until he's in a West Ham shirt and we see him play, I can't really judge him because I haven't really watched him too much. But for tomorrow, I mean, yeah, just chuck him in at the deep end. Chuck him in, Burnley away. He's got to get his match fitness up. I think everyone will agree it's a better choice than Kilman. So, yeah, I mean, I'd just stick him straight in from the start.
Yeah, it's one of them ones, like you said. I think oh shit! I'm sorry, or the chat can't chat because I actually ticked it's made for kids. Right now, the chat should be able to move. Sorry if everyone's been typing and you're not been allowed to type. You can type now. Bloody YouTube, you tick the wrong box and it's like no one can chat. But yeah, I think we sort of made ourselves beggars in the transfer window when it comes to a centre back because we left it so late. You know, it seemed like they really wanted to just get that Paqueta deal done, sell him, and then start looking for centre backs, and which is just bizarre. So I think that's the only downside for me is that I just feel like we didn't try our best. We didn't do our best to get what we needed in a centre back, and we just defaulted back to what's a loan player with a player that's, and obviously look, he's desperate to come because I don't think he had options. And you know, the thing is with it's World Cup year as well, so he's flipping going to be wanting to get into that France squad, which is going to be a big deal for him. So I think once he plays, we should hopefully see him give his all because it's in his interest, you know. He was just been in exile for the past 8-9 months. He's going to want to give everything to West Ham. Really.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. And the thing is, we started off the window so well, we sort of got our attacking options done straight away. So we had a whole month to concentrate on bringing in a top centre back. And like always, we leave things to the last minute. And look, if he's made the decision, he wants to come and join West Ham. I know there was a bit of talk on social media that he was stalling the deal and he was looking for a bigger club. Look, we don't know what's going on. People just start these rumours straight away. People want to get on his back, thinking he don't want to play. But I agree, man. If he comes in, he knuckles down, you know, and plays well, that's all we can ask. And we seem to be, we've always had a good run with sort of signing players in January, and they work out well. So hopefully he can be another Craig Dawson. You know, he can be that signing that just comes in. As I said, Look, when Tadimo comes back, you never know. It could be him and Tadibo. It could be back to Mavropanos and Tadibo. It could be Mavropanos and Disasi could strike up a real good partnership, and Tadibo could struggle to get in. So it's good to have options at the back. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him tomorrow, and if he does start.
Yeah, no, 100%, mate. And look, I'll let me just share this link so people, if they want to join the memberships, I think I've got a link here. But yeah, like, look, in terms of tomorrow, there we go. Yeah, the thing is with Disasi, my issue with the signing was mainly how long he hasn't played football for. You know, the fact that it's, you know, he played for what do you call it, Villa, I think back in April was his last game, and played a couple of under 21s games. Some Chelsea fans said he weren't good in those games. He didn't play full 90 in them games. So it was all about match fitness for me, right? Which obviously me and Nicky had a bit of that row at the end, because he's saying like he thinks, you know, he'll just be fit anyway. And my thing is, looking at this game, I actually think start him, because if you're signing a player in a relegation battle that hasn't played in so long, well, you better be confident that they're able to start straight away, because we haven't got the time to say, right, we'll give you fucking 6 games and then you're starting. Like, he has to be ready now. So if you've signed him, put him in, and if he's not fit, well, then that's on Nuno, that's on Sullivan, because we should be signing players that are ready. Don't sign a geezer that ain't played so long and is nowhere near match fit, and you're going to have to give him time. We can't.
Yeah, I mean, fitness wise, he should be fit. It's just down to match fitness. So obviously, there's a difference of playing a game and then running in the gym. But you get match fitness by playing. So start him. You know, Burnley are not the sort of team that, you know, they're not going to run us ragged. You know, it's going to be, they're going to sit back. They're going to try to hit us on the counter. You know, they're going to be a difficult team to break down. So we've got our own game plan going into this. But, you know, I agree. Start him and just let him get his match fitness, because Kilman doesn't give anyone any hope. You know, if Kilman starts tomorrow, I hope he has the game of his life. You know, I don't want a player to do bad. Of course I don't. But just give him the start. You know, give him that protection in front of him. And, yeah, we see how it goes.
Yeah, look, that's the same thing. As much as I was sort of against the signing, based on, again, how long he's been out for, and as well as that he does get influenced by, you know, like I said, some of the bad games, some of the errors, and some of the feedback. But, you know, he is 6'3". We do need more height in this team. You know, we've seen other teams like Arsenal use it to great effect, just having a load of big lumps. You know, so hopefully as well, just help us aerially, because that's where we're really struggling, in the air. That's our issue. So if he can come in and help us defend crosses and set pieces, well, then that's an upgrade. So that's what I want to see. Nuno was asked about, like, you know, if he's ready, and he's like, oh, well, we've got to assess him. You better assess him, and your assessment better be he's ready to play football. Because, again, if he's not, then you got to ask yourself a serious question. Why the fuck we sign this geezer then? In a relegation battle, especially now we've lost to Debo.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, mate. It's not like we're signing him pre-season. You know, as he come into a relegation battle, and he's got to be ready to go from the start. And I'm sure he is. You know, he's a professional football player. He wants to play football, and yeah, let's hope that it kickstarts, because, as you said, there's a France squad for him to try to play his way into for the World Cup. So the better he does, the better we do. You know, the more chance he's got of playing in the World Cup or going to the World Cup with France.
Yeah, 100%, and potentially getting a good move. Obviously, Chelsea want to sell him. They wanted to sell him to us. I think they quoted about 35 mil, which we laughed at. Like, you know, it's like, we ain't paying 35 mil for a geezer that you've just stuck with the youth team at all. So for Chelsea, obviously, they're hoping he smashes it. But for him, like, if he don't want to stay in, you know, complete obscurity and exile, he's going to have to play his heart out and hope he gets a good move next season, like that. So it's all on him to give his all. And look, like some people have said, like some Villa fans quite liked him and wanted him to stay, but I guess the money wasn't right. So hopefully we get that Disasi that did play for Villa, and he does suit us. Like that's all we can hope. But tomorrow, if we're seeing Kilman start, I'm not going to be I'm not going to be confident at all. Look, I know he needs confidence. Kilman is 6'4", and Somerville can jump higher. Jeez, I did not realize he's 6'4" and can't jump. My God.
You think 6'4", you don't have to jump, do you? But
no.
The thing is, like, I know Nuno done his press conference yesterday, and he said that they're assessing a few unnamed players, and I'm hoping there's not going to be a couple of players that we see that team come out tomorrow and there's certain people missing, because at the moment, look, if we ain't going to have Tadibo, but the same starting lineup and just put in either Disasi or Kilman, whoever, it's a strong team, and we play the way we did against Chelsea. We should beat Burnley tomorrow, like especially in the first half. But yeah, it's a big weekend, mate. It's a big weekend for this relegation battle. I mean, the game's going on now. Perfect result for us with what 0-0.
I don't think it's going to stay 0-0. It's very end to end at the moment.
No, but then if one of them team loses and we win tomorrow, it's back to 3 points. So
yeah,
it's it's a big weekend. As I said, Spurs play United, Palace go to Brighton. So yeah, big weekend. This weekend is going to tell us a lot about this relegation battle, I think.
Yeah. That's it. Like for us, it's 100% like must win. It's a must win. We've had a few must wins this season, and we haven't won them. Tomorrow, like there's no room for error, no excuses. All went wide there for us. So, like,
and the thing is as well, with both the other promoted teams, we've lost to Wolves away, we've lost to Leeds away. So we're going to Burnley that haven't won in 15 games. And when them stats come out, you know what it's like. West Ham and that sort of team that go there and lose. But I'm just hoping that we can. I'm hoping we've sort of turned a corner, because we've seen in the last 4 games. Look, we should have beat Chelsea last week. That would have been 4 in a row in all competitions. And our confidence going into tomorrow. But our confidence should still be sky high with taking that performance against Chelsea in the first half. They should take a lot of confidence from that, because we did play really well. And as we all said, it's the best 60 minutes I've seen us play for a very, very long time. Yeah,
that's it. And we've got to just take that. Lost the chat. He's lost the chat. Well, hopefully the chat's back. We got to take that into tomorrow, like, and just realize, and not at the same time look at Burnley like, do you know what? Because we've seen it so many times with West Ham. We turn up against the teams like Chelsea, and because we've played so well against the top team, we think like, oh fuck, we can just turn up against Burnley. Like, we can't just turn up against anyone. Our form this season and our record proves it. So I expect the same intensity from everyone for the Burnley game as I do for the Chelsea game. So I was just thrown off by the chat. Everyone's saying the chat.
I think that person might have been a little bit behind, like when the chat was earlier. But the next couple of games are big for us, because we've got obviously Burnley tomorrow, and then we play Man United at home on Tuesday night. And I know Man United are in a good bit of form at the moment, but United haven't beaten us in, I think it's our last 6 games. So, that's a game that we can get a result, especially if we do get a decent result tomorrow. And when I say a decent result, look, don't get me wrong, I'll take a 1-0 win now, last minute. Of course I would. But if we go there, put on a performance and come out of Turf Moor with a good performance and like say a 3-0 win, it's going to give them a massive boost to that team and Nuno as well, and the fan base.
Yeah, 100%. We need it. And to be honest, like, even though our home form has kind of sort of improved lately, our away form throughout the season has away performances have been better than our home performances over the course of the season. So that gives me, a little bit of hope. Rich, with a £5 super chat, can I stay in the chat, please? All right, you've paid your £5. If you want to stay in the chat, everyone, you've got to pay $5 or you're at the chat. That's the rules to stay in the chat. No, I'm joking before someone thinks I'm serious. So yeah, I mean, like, because you said there, like, about him talking about new faces coming in or something. Like, apart from that, Kilman didn't even start last week, really. So it just be Disasi started over to Debo. Like, I don't know, like, what else he could do, like, how much he could change it, really and truly. I don't know. Like, if you like, I know he might want to be tempted to put his guy Traore in it, but who's really there unless you bring in Potts, which he didn't trust, Magassa. I don't know what else he would do.
No, unless there's any, like, as I said, unless there's any major injuries and someone hasn't travelled, then I don't see why, apart from the false change at the back, I don't see why he shouldn't play the same team. I mean, look, I'll be pissed off if I see that lineup come out tomorrow and he plays 5 at the back. He starts with all 3 of them, because I think that then you're just inviting Burnley on and you're asking him to lose the game. But someone's just said there, Callum Wilson. I mean, it might be time to start Callum Wilson, because he's got a good record against Burnley. I think apart from us, which he had a great goal scoring record against, I think Burnley's his next favourite team that he loves playing against. So he wouldn't be a bad shout. But then who do you drop? I mean, do you drop maybe Pablo and maybe start Tatty and Wilson together?
Yeah,
that's an option. So yeah, it's going to be interesting when them teams come out tomorrow.
Yeah. That, to me, like, if you are going to start Wilson, it has to be Pablo, the one that gets dropped. I think they both are good together, but I think Tatty and Wilson together are, is something I'd like to see more of. Yeah, I think we've only seen them on the same pitch for a few minutes, and then Tatty got subbed off. So I'd like to see him over the course where you see that energy and intensity from Tatty matched up with matched up with Callum Wilson. His movement in the box, his finishing, because we know Tatty, finishing wise, he's not there right now. That's his weak spot, which Callum Wilson definitely has down.
Wow. Yeah, no, I totally agree, mate. I totally agree. Nicky is waiting to come in, but
he's pissing about. He had his camera on, it was off, then he left, then he come back in, his camera was on, then he turned it off, then it's gone back to them color bars, then it's back off again. So yeah, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, like, the big thing is for me with Nuno. Oh, Leeds have just scored. Leeds have just scored 1-0 to Leeds. I'm telling you, that Elland Road form is going to keep them up. I mean, they've completely done out Forest at the back. So as it stands, I need to see what this does. That puts them 7 points clear of us, I think.
Yeah.
I think, that puts them. So we're 7 points, because Forest are 7 points ahead of us. So that puts us 7 points from safety. Obviously, we've got the game in hand. We win tomorrow. It actually keeps us 4 points behind Nottingham. So it's not the worst result. It's not good, but it means then, because if Forest win, it puts them on 30 points. So it gives us both Leeds and Forest. I don't know how I feel. I'm trying to justify it. Oh, sorry, I've spoiled it for James. Sorry, James. Pause us 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, convince myself, like, how it's good, but we just got to win our game.
It's one of them games, isn't it? Like, I don't know, like, because I think Paul Merson said it the other day. He said Leeds went 10 unbeaten, and they was only 6 points in front of us, or whatever it was. He said, and now he could see them going on a little bit of a slide, and that defeat against Arsenal last week could have damaged them. But as you said, at home at Elland Road, they're going to pick up more points. So I can't see that. But,
Yeah,
We need to find
oh
our
wait, hold up. The table's updated. It was still on, as it stands, and it was giving them a point each. So we're 6 points behind Forest, and we're 9 behind Leeds. So really, it only gives us I think Leeds are near enough out of sight. Well, I don't know. If we win tomorrow, we're 6 points behind them, but it's Forest that we'll be looking at, because if we win tomorrow, we're 3 points behind them. If we don't win tomorrow, we might as well just fucking pack it in, and give up, because we won't get a better chance to really close that gap on Forest.
No, you're right, mate. But yeah, it's we just got to get our points tomorrow, really.
This is where we are, mate. Constantly looking at the table, constantly doing maths, and okay, if we do this and they drop that, obviously there's still time for Forest to come back in this. So we'll see how the game pans out. But at the end of the day, like you said, mate, just win our game. Whatever happens in this game, it's on us to just keep the pressure on both teams. And that's the thing. But the thing is, I will say, I watched Nuno's press conference earlier, and it did worry me a bit. I was trying to sort of make justifications, excuses, but some of the things he was saying, like he was asked, about, how do you stop the team, basically throwing away leads like that? How do you stop the team, just because he's saying, oh, we need to keep the energy up for the most game? Well, how do you solve that? And he just didn't seem like he had the answer. Now, you can give him the benefit of the doubt and say, well, he don't want to reveal anything. But I just looked at him and I thought, he doesn't seem to have the answer to solve our issues at the moment of what we've been having, of these performances just dipping after we've gone a goal or two up, going super defensive, conceding these goals. I
think with Nuno, I mean, what lets him down is that he panics, and he makes panic sub. We see it against Chelsea last week, that, we all could see what the problem was, and he decided to bring on
2-0 leads. Sorry, mate.
2-0 leads. Oh.
Yeah, that's that done.
Do you know what? A heavy defeat, if Leeds get a big win here, a heavy defeat for Forest could knock their confidence big time. So.
Yeah. And hopefully we can close the gap on that goal difference. I mean, that would put them on minus 13. If we have a heavy win, it closes the gap on the goal difference. Yeah, I didn't even know that before me. I'm up to date. Geezer put in there 2-0. Who was that? Someone put it in the chat and said 2-0, and I was like, has he done that before me when I'm up to date? I think it was Sam. That's mental. So he must be at the game or something. Yeah.
Who's that?
This Sam, who he basically posted in the chat like 2-0 leads. And
is that
it hadn't happened yet. I'm watching it on Sky. So I'm
there's like a 10-second delay with live TV in there. So
yeah, maybe he's at the game. Honest, crazy. Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, you were saying.
I forgot what I'm saying.
No, about Nuno. And basically.
Oh yeah. When he panics with his subs, like. You think, like last week, we could all see the issue was in midfield, and he decided to bring on a centre back, and that just invited Chelsea on, and that was our downfall, and that's why we end up losing the game. But do you know what? I see something before I come on here on Twitter, and do you know what? We're still paying Lopetegui up until June this year, and Potter up until June next year. So we've basically got 3 managers on our books at the moment that we're paying.
Apparently, it's costing us over £800,000 a month.
Yeah,
£800,000 a month paying for managers. Like, it just goes to show you, like, just the shambles that we are as a club, that we've had to basically just go and waste all that money and pay. Yeah, we've got to pay Lopetegui, I think, till 2027, and then Potter, I think, beyond that.
I think Lopetegui was June 2026 and Potter's June 2027. I think it worked out over 10 million a year.
Crazy. Like, for a club, the situation we are, to basically just throw money away like that, because we wanted to. This is what I'm saying. When you try and get these freebie cheap managers, it's false economy, because you're looking at Lopetegui. Oh, he's out of a job. Let's just sign him, and he turns to shit. Now you got to pay him for the next few years, 10 mil, up to 10 mil a year. With Potter as well, he was a freebie manager who was available.
I think they're both international managers now. Obviously, Potter's at Sweden, and I'm sure Lopetegui's got an international job somewhere.
Yeah, they're basically retired in a way. Like when you play for some, they've given up on club football, which shows you everything you need to know. But had they gone and spent the money that we're spending on managers, say there's 10 mil a year, they could have just slapped down 10 mil one time, 50 mil one time on a good manager that was in a job that was gettable because we wasn't in the shit then. It would have been a much easier thing. Now, oh well, he's available. He's managing the Premier League, cheap and easy. Like this is what we've done.
I think we've only just finished paying Kirbishley's compensation from 2007.
This is the thing. Like the thing is, and you can see why. Like Sullivan don't like sacking managers. Like he's definitely not sacking Nuno after this. Like he's definitely not sacking Nuno after paying all this compensation. He's like, fuck it, because we sack him. I know there's a clause like if we go down, I think we can sack him for nothing. But he's basically here for the rest of the season, at least.
I think he's finally ready. Yeah, the Qatar manager he is, Lopetegui.
He's Qatar manager, bloody. Look at that. See, like Qatar manager. He's just shows to show you the caliber of manager that we signed. Oh, here he is, finally. Fucking hell. And he took it in the numpty.
Can you hear me? Because I'm just looping over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
What? Well, we just said we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, but it's just going over and over and over again. Just keeps on doing the same thing.
You had it on your phone in the one room, and now you've...
2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Right. Fuck's sake, he's a nightmare. He's an absolute nightmare. Yeah.
That was a little cameo there.
Yeah. But he had it on his phone and he had his thing there, and then he's like gone back to try and do it on his computer. So yeah, like I said, it just sums up how this club's run. But yeah, I think Nuno will be here no matter what happens. I think he will be here till the end of the season. Like if we lose, they're not going to sack him. Like,
oh yeah, they won't sack him. They won't sack him now.
Yeah, no way. Like if that they've got that clause in, can sack him for nothing at the end of the season. If we go down, if we stay up, they're going to keep him for sure. I think even if we scrape it. So Nuno's going to be here for a while. I only hope that we can stay up, and if we do, stay up, that they can at least give him a few more coaches and try and get some more players in. But it's just the situation there. But to 10 million a year on manager, 800 grand a month on manager wages is insane.
100%, mate, 100%. But yeah, I don't know what Nicky's going to do, if he's going to log back on.
He's honestly, he's so unresourceful. It's taking him. He's been home for like 20 minutes and he's not been able to log on.
He's definitely had his dinner before he come on.
Swap those mics for better ones. What do you mean? What happened? What's wrong? What's wrong with the mics? Was it? Is our sound not good? Sounds off, is it? The comments sometimes make me paranoid. You'll see this one comment that will say something, and then you have to wait for everyone else to come and go. So it's fine for me.
Nicky's mic.
Oh right. Do you know what? I can't even remember how he sounded. I was just fucking blindsided by him fucking coming in.
It sounded all right. I looping.
Yeah, I didn't notice any problem. He's saying we're looping. I don't know what the fuck that is. To be honest with you. But did you see, by the way, Cucurella and Traore was on the Spanish media. Yeah. And Cucurella pretty much admitted like he was trying to wind up Traore, like he did it on purpose. He instigated it. So he admitted he started that whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, he is what he is, isn't he, Cucurella? He's a wind-up merchant, and it worked. You know, we've lost probably our best centre-back for the next 3 games now because of it, but I still can't get over. I'm loving seeing all these memes this week of Traore and Pedro. I mean, the fear in the geezer's eyes when Traore turned around. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
He's built like a rugby player, isn't he? He's massive.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, look, players do it, don't they? They want to wind people up. You know, they've just gone 3-2 up. London derby, they've just come back from 2-0 down. You know, he wants to get the crowd on the side. And yeah, it's one of them things. But we'll forever see that meme of Cucurella getting chucked to the floor by Traore. It was brilliant.
Timeless. It's timeless. And do you know what I see? I see another thing saying that Nuno wanted to. The club was considering signing. What do you call it? Lingard, and Nuno basically put the block on it and said, "No, I don't want him. I want Traore." Which imagine they sign. You're not paid your light bill, Nick. What's going on? Why is it so dark?
No, the electrics are gone in the fucking house. It keeps on cutting out. But
I thought you sorted that out.
No, it was they come to yesterday, but they didn't sort it all out. But
yeah,
I worked out what was happening anyway. I was connecting to the Wi-Fi by mistake. It should be wired connection. So,
for fuck's sake. Yeah, Nick. So quickly, would you start Disasi straight away tomorrow?
Oof. Oh, damn. That's a question. I don't know, because
Sure,
you don't know what sort of state he's in. I suppose it depends how he's trained all week. But, you know, Kilman, is he good enough to like go in there and take that pressure? I don't know. I'd be tempted to, but
yeah,
I don't think we're at the stage of the season where we can start experimenting and like hoping, you know. So,
well, I don't know. I mean, we had that debate last week, and you did say that, you know, him missing all that game time doesn't mean anything. So, surely,
yeah. But I mean, it's got to be better than Kilman. It's got to be. So, yes, I would.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
I don't think we've got much of a fucking choice, to be honest with you.
Well, that's the thing. What I'm saying is throw him in, because we shouldn't be signing players that aren't able to fucking come straight in and play. And the geezer that we have got there in Kilman is not good enough. So the guy that you have got better be capable of playing better than what's his name, Kilman. That's
what I have heard about him is he excels in like low blocks. So yeah, he's got to be better than Kilman. Kilman is fucking useless, to be quite honest.
He excels at low blocks. We've started playing higher up the pitch. We've started pushing up higher. So good timing. Sort of mid to higher block. But yeah, tomorrow, no excuses. Get 3 points, because now Leeds, this puts us 9 points behind them. You seen the result, Nick?
Yeah, they're winning, and they Leeds
2-0. 2-0. So yeah, if we don't capitalise now on Forest, then we might as well pack our bags and get ready for the championship. I did see one thing that says teams were looking at Somerville in January, but we wanted to keep him, and they're going to come back in. Fabrizio was talking about this, like he's going to be sort of considered to be sold potentially in the summer, which if we go down, we have to try our hardest to keep him, because he will be a big part. Like, and Leeds, obviously, he smashed it for Leeds in the Championship that time. We can't just go and sell all of our better players. You know, he's still young, fairly young. Somerville, we've only just signed him. You've got to try and at least convince him to do a season, because if you don't, I mean, you're talking about selling fucking everyone. Then we need one talisman really we can rely on.
But he's one of them players that is going to have a lot of suitors. He's been on fire, you know. And we always said, like, you know, he's got the skill set that when he starts to play, you know, he's going to be trouble for anyone. He's got the pace, you know, he's a dangerous player, but, you know, it's going to be hard to keep him. But, you know, if we can keep anyone, he's the one I would choose, because we're not keeping Bowen. We're not.
Bowen definitely not. I
No,
think.
no, do you know what? I think if we get relegated, I think we'll get a season out of Bowen in the Championship. I think he'd want to stay.
I think
really
his
do.
age. I think he would if he was younger. I just feel like the clock is really ticking for Bowen, and he's not going to have much opportunities left to play Premier League football. Maybe not the opportunity to play Champions League football, and try to stay in the hopes to play for England still. That's the only thing. I think the character of the guy, he would. I just think his age and the clock ticking. I think
he'd at least give us like until the January transfer window if we did go down. I think he'd see how the first part of the season goes, and then because Michael Carrick done it, didn't he? He stayed with us for a season. We didn't come back up, and then we sold him. So I think Bowen would want to stay. Whether Sullivan wants to sell him or that's a different matter. But
I can honestly see Liverpool.
I think that would be the deciding factor. Like they'll want the money.
Yeah, I think Liverpool will come in for him. I honestly do see it with the way Salah's dropped off. They've been linked with him for a while. But you look at it, right? When you see the players that are going to be high in demand of clubs trying to sign, Bowen's one, Somerville's definitely one, Diouf will be one, Fernandez will be one, Wan-Bissaka will probably have some suitors as well. So that's just 5 off the top of my head. I
think it depends on like what they say to him. Like, are we gonna proper go for it and like expected to go back up? Because if they sort of like piss about, then there's going to be a lot of them saying like, I can't afford to.
Would you trust this ownership? Would you trust them? Like, and if you're a player and you go and Sullivan goes to you, don't worry, we're going to proper go for it. Like, unless you sign someone that is a name and they can go, all right, they're not fucking about.
Well, they've got previous. They've done it before, but it just like the circumstances are totally different now. The ground don't give us any sort of like advantage, and I don't think it's as organised as them. I don't think it's as easy to get up. You got people like Wrexham that are spending like big money to get up. So
we've got to keep like 2 big names. We've got to keep 2 big players and maybe try and get one. Like if we have any hope, because if you just start selling everyone, starting from scratch, we're a Championship side then.
Anyway, let's keep it positive. We're still in the Premier League. We're still fighting. Forget the Championship now. Let's fucking concentrate on the Premier League.
Yeah. All right, well, let's bring in our guest then. We've got a special guest I alluded to at the start of the season. So I'm right here. We've got Joseph in the house. How's it going, mate? Welcome.
Hello, mate. Yeah.
There we go. And people was talking in the chat earlier. Everyone was chatting. What's this about music video? It was like music video, and we have the main man himself. Obviously, I'll let the stars of the 2 of the stars of the video, apart from Joseph, Nicky, and Ryan, talk about.
So look, anyone that don't know, this is Joseph J. Jones, who's released a brilliant song. You'll Never Take the East End. Brilliant song. As I said, me and Nicky were lucky enough to be involved in the music video. We went down to the bowling a couple of weeks ago with some proper West Ham legends there. And Joseph, why don't you just quickly talk us through, mate? What inspired you? Well, we know what inspired you to write the song, but talk us through it, mate.
Yeah, I wrote a song in the a little bit in the dumps about 6 months ago. The way things were going, especially this side of the season and whatnot, and I just wanted to sort of lift spirits a bit again. Just remind people of who we are and where we come from, what we're all about. And I just, started writing a song down here in my little shed pub. You can probably see it. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, so I won't show you around. It's got glasses in it from last Saturday. But yeah, I just wanted to write a love letter to the club, really. And I did it with a mate of mine, David Snedden. You might know his name. He won Fame Academy back in the day. He was at that night actually, and he's always stuck by me sort of through thick and thin, really. And I had loads of ideas, and Dave's just good at like sort of managing my mind a little bit. And we wrote this song, not really expecting anything off the back of it, to be honest. And I just had this idea because I'd known Dean Ashton in a previous life, sort of, really, through me being signed to a record label and all that. And he would interview me at times on TalkSport, talking about my music. And then I just had this sort of little idea pop in my head. Oh, what if I get like Dino to be a cameo in the video? And then from there, it went from Dean Ashton, with the help, may I say, of E13 Events, to Trevor Brooking, Julian Dix, Tony Cotty, to name a few. And it sort of blew from there, really. And it's all a little bit mad, to be honest. The song's out today on all streaming platforms, and you can go and watch the video. We dropped that a little bit earlier, especially after the 3-2 loss. I thought, let's try and lift the fan spirits up a little bit here. So that's sort of the crux of it, really. It's sort of my love letter to the club, really, and my experiences of, going to Upton Park, really.
It's a mad video. Like, you think the names you got in it, and I think the full access to the bowling, like the quality of the video was good. And I think you had Dixie behind the bar pulling pints and that, and it's it was just a generally good vibe. But that to have that all in the video, it was very like high production.
Yeah. I mean, it was brilliant, wasn't it? It was brilliant to be involved.
No, I appreciate he's coming down, and it was just as important to me to get the likes of you fellas down there as well. You see what I mean? Because I've been watching you since the days of Astra fucking go. So all that time ago, So I mean,
was it Joe? Was there any sort of like what's the word? Was there any sort of like doubt that you may be seen as trying to overtake the anthem, because we've got such a famous anthem, and then like up the road you've got that North London Forever. Was there any sort of like worry about how the fans would see that, the song, whether it be sort of like what's the word, whether it be seen as an attempt to sort of overturn our old anthem and try to what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're saying.
I think the word.
And the truth of the matter is not at all. Like, I wrote that song just as an artist. West Ham's my first love. Do you see what I mean? There's 3 loves in my life, which are my daughter, my wife, and West Ham. And I've written enough songs about her, so I thought I'd have a go at writing one about West Ham. So, I mean, to answer your question, I had no, like, to me, trying to get rid of Bubbles, which some people have put it to me as, is like Judas trying to rewrite the Bible. Like, I just want to state that Bubbles is my hymn. When I'm dead and gone, that's played at my funeral. And it's not that to me. I mean, I put out a video that was like, would you like to hear this in the grand? And all I meant by that was like, you hear London's Calling, Twist and Shout, Free from Desire and all that. I just meant it like that.
Yeah. He plays bloody wrestling theme songs. He could play your song,
Yeah, and look, it's not. I ain't bothered if it does get in the ground. To be quite honest, it'd be lovely or whatever. But like, to me, it was just an honest song that I'd written about the club, and like, as if I want to take over Bubbles. One, it's like I said, Judas rewriting the Bible is a fucking hymn to all of us. And number 2, I'd have a target on the back of my back for the rest of my life. I'd never be able to go to the ground again. Like, it's not about that for me. And it sort of saddens me in a way. Like, I remember when I sort of first, there was like a video that I dropped of me singing it, and then it was like 70% positive, like, oh, this is cool, really like it. And then there was 30% of people that was like, he's trying to get rid of Bubbles. He wants to be North London Forever. Listen, right? As a song, North London Forever is a really good song written by Lewis Dunford, right? For what the message is in it, to me, that song could be either Spurs' anthem or it could be Arsenal's anthem. And I weren't trying to write an anthem. I mean, my song's not anthem-esque. Do you see what I mean? It's it's like it's a ballad to the club. You know what I mean? we put
Well,
things
that's
like
the thing, like, because they told me about it because they went there, and that my first thought was like, oh, is it going to be like North London Forever? And then when I heard it, I was like, yeah, this is clearly not trying to be a we all sing it type of at the start of the game. It's just a song, you know what I mean? Like you could tell when you listen to it, it's not trying to be that sort of thing.
No, I appreciate it, and it's as I say, like it's to me, it's just a song, and I'm not trying to overtake Bubbles. I wouldn't dream of it. Like if let's just say someone went, here's £1 million, we're going to let the boys walk out the tunnel to it. I'd say fuck off, right? No thanks. Like hand on heart, on my little girl's life, I'd say fuck off. Like I mean that, right? And it would never happen anyway. I'm talking about in a parallel universe that would happen. But like, look, it would, to me, like a song that I've written about my club, and I love my club, you know, it would be lovely if it was played in the stadium. I'm not asking for them to walk out the tunnel to it, or before the game or after the game or anything like that. I just meant in the ground. And like,
yeah,
you know, every record's got a B-side, right? See what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's it. I mean, if you can play bloody Triple H's theme song, you can play your song.
Well, Russ was in the music video, so he should be playing it at the games.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Go on, Matt. Can I put the question to you though? Does it seem like that to you guys? Because I'd be interested to know, really.
No, I don't think. You know, I remember when Ian, we was out with Ian, and he played a little bit of the song to me, and because we was on a night out, I didn't really listen to it. And the first time I actually heard it sung was when I was sat in the Boleyn, and you sung it. And I got to admit, it gave me goosebumps when I first heard it because it wasn't what I was expecting.
Nice.
And I can see why people think that, oh yeah, it's a bit like North London, but it's nothing like North London Forever. As you said, it's not our anthem. It's not, but it's someone. It's a passionate fan who's just written a song about a club he loves. So, as I said to you the other day, mate, you're always going to get people that hate when people do good things, and that's just the sad reality of life. And you're always going to get people jump on it, but just forget them. And it's a great song. You know, it's been enjoyed by thousands of people. You know, I've seen so many good comments, and I know we're going to play the video in a minute, so people that haven't seen it can see it now. And
I think we should play it.
Love it.
Because we're talking for the people that haven't seen it. If we play it, and then what we're talking about will make sense, and then we can come.
Yeah, I've got it lined up here. So, Joseph, introduce it, mate, and I'll play it for everyone.
Well, this is my new single, "You'll Never Take the East End," and we partnered up with DT38, which is very important to mention. We're trying to raise as much money as possible, raising awareness for testicular cancer. And it's a bit of in loving memory to Tom Bedes, really, as well. So, yeah, have a look, enjoy it. Joseph J. Jones, "You'll Never Take the East End."
Old man gave me everything, the stuff he never had. We always had a roof over our heads. But the one thing that I treasured most, the shirt upon my back, with a surname that I won't forget. Pass the bowl into the bowl, grab a bevy, 'cause we're massive, don't you know? I'll follow you through bad and good, on terraces of faded drinks. They'll never take the East End out of me. And you, claret and blue, on any day the irons play. You'll never take the East End out of me. No, you'll never take the East End out of me. Everybody treats you like the brother they don't have. You never look for fortunes on your own. and silverware on Wednesday nights. Not for everyone. That's how we won the World Cup on our own. Pass the ball into the bowl, grab a bevy, 'cause we're massive, don't you know? I'll follow you through bad and good, on terraces of faded dreams. You'll never take the East End out of me and you. Bleed claret and blue on any day the Irons play. You'll never take the East End out of me. You'll never take the East End out of me. You'll never take the East End out of me. I'll follow you through bad and good, on terraces of faded dreams. They'll never take the East End out of you.
Nice one, nice one.
Brilliant, mate.
Thank you.
Nice. Do you know what?
It's
Saying
mad
about
watching
seeing
it.
Trevor Brooking in that video, it gets me emotional. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Seeing him there,
I think
mate, that's-
Yeah, it gets me emotional as well, because even there was a point I remember on the night when it was all going off and he was sitting in that chair at the back while everyone was singing Bubbles. And I remember him sitting there looking, you could see him singing Bubbles as well, but it was quite a moment, really. And yeah, and the bit when he walked through the door where they said, right, just act like you've seen Sir Trev just walk in your pub, and I had to do that. Wow, it's Trevor! But it was good, man. It was such a good laugh. Good.
We need to
good.
get you an agent, Ryan. Your acting credits are going up, mate.
Oh, mate, yeah. I'm Rise of the Foot Soldier and a music video all in the space of a year.
Yeah.
Can
It
retire.
looked
Yeah,
like
no.
a great night though. Like the video looked like the it comes across as like, wow, what a fucking imagine being in a pub with like all these West Ham fucking heroes and that.
For me,
It
it's
must
just
be surreal for you,
um,
isn't it? Like doing it, like you're sitting there and you're singing, you're looking at seeing Julian Ditch, seeing Trevor Brooking, and you know Dino, and must be mad for you.
Oh, mate, it was. I've still not been able to digest it. Really, it's like, you know, God bless the camera crew that done it all, but they weren't football fans. You know what I mean? So I was directing all the scenes. You might have seen me, you know, used to like me running around like a blue ass fly, really, like trying to make things happen, get this shot, get that shot, do this, do that. It was like, I can only describe it as it's probably like your wedding day. I didn't enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like here, there, and everywhere, and there's just surreal moments where I'm asking Trevor Brooking to walk through the door, sit down, and play, you know, do a strategical defence with beer mats to Alan Curbishley. Like, it was just bizarre to me. But I tell you what, man, like, credit to Sir Trev, probably one of the nicest blokes I've ever met. And as well, like, I wasn't sure if he'd come, because obviously he lost his wife and he also lost Billy Bonds, which was his best mate as well. And it was a bit of a moment where I thought, this is quite close to the video shoot, and like he's well within his right not to come. Do you know what I mean? Because of like probably the emotions he's coming through. And the cameraman just caught this moment of him. Like, you see it like sort of towards the end, just sort of like gazing. Do you know what I mean? And I sort of wonder if he was like, you know, a bit emotional to be back in the area and with all the fans there, you know. And he was a gentleman, as was all of them, to be fair. Everyone took photos with everyone. I mean, they say don't meet your heroes, but it was like the West Ham crew are a different lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like you said, like he must have, and some of the, you know, a few of them, but Trevor must have quite a few memories in that pub, because back in when he was playing, like the players used to go in there, like Bobby Moore and that. Right. So, what happened after it wrapped? Was there a few that stayed and had a drink, or was it like we've actually got to clear out now because it's not officially open and licensed? Or
No, it was. I mean, I stayed there till 12. So I found my moment to have a beer, really, and you know, we put on like, you know, the West Ham chart toppers, so to speak, like afterwards, and had a bit of a party in there. But the players sort of, after they were done, they did sort of shoot. You know what I mean? So credit to them, though. They stayed from, I think it was about 5:30 till like 9:30, something like that, and just done it all. Like they're just up for whatever we wanted to do. They was up for it. So it's a bit of it's just a dream come true, really, to do a video like that. And you know, I just can't explain it really. Like I watch it, but it still ain't sunk in because it's sort of going a bit mad at the moment. It's like snowballing a little bit at the moment, like the tune and people's reactions to it. And like I'd say, like it's been like sort of 80% really, really positive. Do you know what I mean? Which I'm really happy about. And I think what the video does as well is actually, when you watch it with the song, it shows what the song's really about, more so than just listening to the song. Because, mate, the chorus has been getting on my fucking nerves because I've been posting it up every fucking 3 weeks or whatever. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But for me, I've lived with the track for like 6 months. You know what I mean? I'm already on the album. I'm already writing, like, you know, I've got it all there, really. So I'm doing all that. But no, I just want to say, lads, like, thanks for being a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, you've been in my strict, like, you know, my content and socials for however long. So I really appreciate you coming down.
Oh, it was a pleasure to be involved. For me, it's just a reminder that we need at the moment of why we fell in love with the club. I think it captures every emotional reason why why this club's so special to many people. And, you know, it perfectly reflects my feelings. And, mate, I'll be honest with you, I can't get the tune out of my head. It's very catchy.
Oh, yeah. Good. Nice. Well, sorry as well. Because if he's driving the writer up the wall, I don't know what to do for the listener. But I mean that in a good way. It's a bit, yeah, people have told me it's a bit of an earworm, like they sort of can't shake it. And even people that ain't West Ham fans have been contacting me. And another thing as well, like, you just forget how big the fan base is. Like, I've had people from Philadelphia messaging me, Australia messaging me, New Zealand, like, even like Mexico, which was like mental, like just sort of following it and loving it. And yeah, it's, you know, look, guys, this might be tomorrow's fish and chip papers, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to write a love letter, and like you said, you put it perfectly there, Nick. Like, you know, it's sort of a reminder of why you fell in love with the club, and the song to me was that reminder. Like me going with my dad for the first time, you know what I mean? And even the Europa nights, yeah, I've those Europa nights I enjoyed so much, man. Like, it was the first time that, to me, the ground felt a little bit like a home. Like, and it was like, hold on, here we go, sort of thing. Like, this is rocking. See what I mean? Yeah, but my last one was bowing at the crossbar with that overhead kick. Would have been too old, but I was a bit
painful.
Yeah,
Leeds have just gone 3-0 up. So
even in the music video, Joseph, even like when you see the two little kids and the little kid who's got dicks on the back of his shirt, that reminded me of me when I was a kid, because that's what I used to do, and we wear our heroes on our back. And you know, yeah, it was a, as Nicky said, it was great to be involved and just to be back in the bowling. And you'll probably never get that sort of crowd in the bowling again with all them legends. Like, it was a mad night, and yeah, privileged to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, never say never, because
yeah, true.
I might be doing a show there soon, and we'll see who comes along. So we don't know. So you're more than welcome to come, all of you. You know what I mean? See who else pops up.
Well, we've got you coming down to the Brewdog on the Trevor Brooking night. You're going to perform there, which will be brilliant to have you there. So yeah, you get to see Sir Trev again. We all do. And as you said, this it's going to be a good night. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's only around the corner of me and all, so I can have a drink. Get the bus.
Oh, nice. So Jason wants to know if the song's on YouTube. Obviously, a lot of us have seen it. You might have seen it on Instagram. I think a lot of people have seen it there, and the other Facebook. I think someone mentioned. Is it? We want to know if it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's got the video and the song are all on YouTube, and it's across all DSPs, digital streaming platforms. So whatever you got, whether you got Apple Music or whether you got Amazon or whether you got, Spotify, it's all there, so you can listen to it. Yeah, and as I say, it dropped today. So the video was out Tuesday, so it's getting a nice bit of attraction, which is great. And it's got really sort of, I think it's one for the fans. Do you know what I mean?
100%. And you mentioned it's getting some traction in Australia. We've got Fortunes hiding down under TV with a $7 Australian $99 super chat. He wants to know if you had a Misfits boxing match against Louis Dumford. Louis Dumford. Is Louis or Lewis?
Lewis.
It's Lewis. I'm used to the Lewis for Lewis, but yeah, Lewis Dumford. What would the walkout songs be, and who would win? So, what would your walkout song be? And do you fancy yourself?
Yeah, big bubbles, and I'd win. Oh, I used to be a boxer, so that's what I used to do. But so my old man was 5-time ABA finalist, and he brought me and my brother up on it. So I sort of he brought us up on boxing, and I went to old church boxing gym as a kid, and then Dagenham and Heathway later on. So did that. Kevin Mitchell's a mate, so I'd get him to walk me out, get him to sing my song with the guitar. That'd be quite funny.
Wait, let's make it happen. And if you win, we never have to hear North London Forever in the Emirates ever again. We'll put that stipulation in there.
His mum's thingy out of Birds of a Feather, and is it not Pauline Quirk, the other one?
The one who's on
Loose Women.
Loose Women. Yeah. Listen, Lewis, right? He's a really cool artist. Do you know what I mean? I mean, for him as well, like, to do what he's done, fair play to him. He wrote that song in his bedroom, and like, best of luck to him. You got to look at it like that as well, like from an artist point of view, like what he's done, like.
No, I think, listen, as a song, I respect it. To me, I always was, whereas they've tried to, Arsenal never had their bubbles. They never had a You Never Walk Alone, and the Arsenal fans, which is great. He must be loving it. But for them, they've gone, right, this is our bubbles, I'll never walk alone. And they've tried to just have an anthem now. But good luck to the geezer.
Yeah, good luck to him.
Yeah,
but yeah.
There's that Liverpool guy as well. Yeah, 100%. Like, it's a shame as well. Like, you don't have this when we was in Europe and you come out this, because I remember there was the guy, I can't remember his name, but he's a Liverpool fan, and he had Liverpool songs. He'd go away with them and sing on the stage and things like that. But hopefully, if we get back into Europe, mate, and traveling around and performing.
Yeah,
seems
like a long way away, doesn't it?
No, I'm talking about Europe, mate. I'm sitting here watching Leeds and Forest openings, so we get the right.
Maybe you can do it at the playoff final in the Championship next season.
Yeah, but do you know what was more like? No, to me, like, because we're going through a relegation battle, I could have waited till the end of the season to see what I mean. But
yeah,
I felt like we needed reminding, and like as if I'm going to be the one that lifts the spirits of the West Ham community. Do you see what I mean? I mean, it's not that. It's just, if anyone sees it, and it brings a bit back of emotion for you. And I'm sort of that sort of person. You believe a little bit positively, like a little bit of magic might happen. Like, I'll just say it as well, lads. I think we're staying up, so I'm a little bit more positive.
Go on, Joe.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Well, listen. You know what? Because before we wrap, we usually get to prediction that, just because we're talking about music, but obviously you're a West Ham fan. Tomorrow's the Burnley game. I've said, like, must win. Like, how do you see it going tomorrow? Like, obviously you think we're staying. You got to fancy us.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? The last 3 games, and even though we lost the 3-2 for 60 minutes, we looked incredible, and I just thought we looked unbelievable. And like Bowen and Somerville linking up the way that they were doing, they were just like Barcelona of old. Like, it just looked weird. Like it, and this season's been a season of first halves. Do you know what I mean? It's like we've done well in first halves, and then it's all just gone to pot. And of that video, when we went to the ground, we didn't know what would happen with the result, and it was just so happened we went to the Sunderland game. So we've seen us win. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. And it was like the first time I was just a bit like, I mean, Tottenham was really great, right? But with the Sunderland, it felt comfortable.
What would you have done if we got battered, like in the video? Would you just pretended that we were winning, like? And...
No, because we had a plan for each, really. And if we'd have lost, you know, he would have consoled his son and he would have said, let's go down a trip of memory lane. But it works either way, right? So we won. Let me show you where it all began. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. And that just a little fact for you, not to be boring, but that was that boy's actual first game ever with his real dad. So that's there's a band called Deaf Guitar Pop Ska Band, and that's the lead singer Silky, a massive West Ham fan, and he wanted to take his son to go and see the game. What a game to go and see for your first game. I mean, he's got that as a memory now. Like,
yeah, I hope he tempered his expectations. I said, this ain't every week, mate. This ain't every week. So.
Yeah. We were prepping him for a loss because he was a big wrestling fan as well, and he'd just gone to the Royal Rumble the week previous. And he just kept talking about West Ham sort of that week previous as well. And he was like, look, we might lose, boy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not quite like wrestling where you can pretend to win. I wish it was. But so it's his first game and all that. I've digressed a lot there. How do I see it going at Burnley? You know, I think we've got to, like, whatever it takes, we've got to win, because if we don't win, I think it's hard to come back. I think it's very hard to come back. I would chuck the new centre back straight in, Disasi. I'll just put him on. I'll put him on the grass. I'd say, go on, mate. You know, I'm not one of them to shoot a man when they're down. Kilman, I mean, as well as probably not being physically apt at the moment, his mind must be shot. To have the fans just booing you all the time and just being like, oh, and even look, let's face it, like Nuno's backroom staff saying don't bring him on and all that. I mean, what does that do for a player? I think we should never play him again, really, and move him on. I think it would have been fair to the boy if he'd have gone to a different club in January, really. I think it's hard, but I would put Disasi in, and I would expect nothing less than that first 60 minutes that we saw, but to carry that throughout the 90 away at Burnley. I mean, Scott Parker's got something to prove as well. That's what worries me. But yeah, I think we're going to win. I think it'll be, we've got to take our goals in the first half like we always have, like we've been doing all season, really. But we've got to do what we did against Sunderland. Just get 3 in, and then don't sit back. But you know, try and do what you do in the first half for a second half all the time. I mean, if you do that, you mean you're laughing, but it's just the bench, innit? It's so thin.
What do you reckon on the score then?
I think because we let in so many goals, I'm going to go for a 2-1, and I think it'll be like a late winner from us.
Oh, tense. Yeah, the clean sheet. I can't see the clean sheet happening at Burnley. It just maybe
I fancy a clean sheet tomorrow.
Do you?
Yeah.
He's been on the sauce tonight, has he? He's been on the
a couple of gins. What a bit.
Oh, lads, if you like beers, by the way, I'm sponsored by this beer company. They're called Staggering Goat. Well, that's
I was wondering what it is he was drinking.
It's lovely. They're a beer company called SG Brewing Co. They've sponsored me, and I try and get it in everywhere that I sort of do. So if you want some free beers, chuck them your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, we had bring a couple down to the Trevor Brooklyn night. I'll be up to try that.
Yeah. No,
I don't know how that'll go down at the Brewdog, Dan.
Yeah. I'm not being funny. I know we're like mates with the Brewdog and that, but just think.
Yeah,
I mean,
I love a Brewdog.
Yeah, I mean, I went for. I think we will concede tomorrow, but I've gone for 3-1 in my prediction thing that I do at work. I fancy us a comfortable victory tomorrow, but I just can't see us not conceding. I just think we've got that in us. I mean, I'd love to keep a clean sheet tomorrow, because if we walk out of there tomorrow, 3-0 win, and then the confidence going into Tuesday night against United. So yeah, no, I fancy us tomorrow. I really do. As I was saying to Dan earlier, like, it's a big game because, you know, if Burnley beat us, they haven't won in 15 games. If Burnley beat us, they close the gap to 2 points. But if we beat them, you know, we can put an 8-point gap between us and them, and then we can close the gap on it. Well, it looks like it's obviously Forest ain't going to win tonight, so that'll be down to 3 points again.
Yeah. Then you have 3 points is good. Then you're really putting pressure on them.
What do you all believe? Do you believe we're staying up or going down?
I believe we're going to stay up.
It's hard for me to answer till tomorrow. Like, if we lose tomorrow, even if we draw, I'm going to feel like we're probably going to go down. If we win, I'll feel a lot more confident because of that gap, especially if we put in a good performance with it. Like, the Chelsea performance was good. If we would have won that, I'd have been really confident. But yeah, I feel like I'm sitting on the fence here. But if I had to bet, do you know what? Fuck it. I think we'll stay up. I'm watching how bad Forest are. They are pretty bad. They're getting battered. So I'm gonna the song has brought out the positivity in me, right? And I'm a changed man. We're gonna stay up.
That's it now for the rest of the season. Every time you and Nicky start roaring, I'm just gonna whack that song on, and then when you come back on, you're gonna be cuddling.
It's better than the other one you whack on, Scott.
I think I've seen enough in the last couple of weeks to suggest to me that we've got enough there to win games. You know, that Chelsea game, I'll be honest, that's the best I've seen us for the 60 minutes. That's the best I've seen us in a couple of years, like actually playing football. And the players look like they believed in themselves. So, yeah, I just think we're going to win a few games over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully, a couple up above us slip up, and we can close the gap. But as you say, like as I said to these boys before, just win games. Just put in performances to try and win as many games as you can. And if it happens, it happens. If it don't,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If we do stay up, lads, you've got to use the song as your theme tune for the rest of the year. And you can do that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
if we stay up, mate, we'll have a big party.
I'll tell you what, Joe. It's got to be better than this theme tune.
I am the one and only.
That was Scott.
I didn't hear it. What was it?
Oh, it's Scott singing the one and only.
Oh,
yeah. Music video is also on YouTube. That we was thinking that could be the theme for West Ham. We're trying to replace Bubbles with that, but it didn't take off. So
keep Bubbles always.
Yeah, we've still got Bubbles. I just think Scott, them beautiful voice he's got would have been a great. But yeah, honestly, even Chesney Hawks has heard it. Funny enough,
I'm still convinced he says, "I am Ivan Toney."
Yeah, that's what I think. I am the one and Tony.
Yeah.
No, Ivan Toney.
No, basically, he did a forfeit. He's never done karaoke, and we got him singing lessons, and it culminated in that song that you didn't get to hear. So
send it to me, right? I'll have a little look at it.
Yeah, send it. As a singer, give your professional opinion.
Okay.
On the channel, isn't it? We can just send him the link, the YouTube link.
Yeah.
I'll send it over.
It's still up. But yeah, I before you said your prediction, I was thinking 3-1, right, to be honest with you, because I don't think the clean sheet's there. But I feel like we'll probably start with that same intensity, but I think we can definitely take our chances tomorrow. And then, like I said, it's a slightly weaker opposition. Don't mean it'll be an easy game, but yeah, I do fancy 3-1. Like I said, I just can't see the clean sheet at all. Burton is the chance to get that clean sheet. I think that first clean sheet.
Yeah.
On the FA Cup.
How many games do you think it's going to take to win to stay up?
Well, what we got left? 14 games, is it? Is it 14?
13, 14?
I reckon 6.
14.
5, maybe 5.
Maybe 5.
5 wins, yeah? That would put us on 39. It could be less than that, potentially, because...
I don't know, there's a lot of teams up there that have... Like, they're only a couple of wins from getting 40 points. I think it's going to be like...
No, but if you look at Forest, yeah? So Forest have 13 games left, right? I'm talking about, we got to think about draws as well. We're not just getting 5 wins and then the rest are losses. Like, we're not getting 5 wins and then flipping, 9 losses. Like, there's going to be draws in there, right? So I mean, what do you think the threshold is? I don't think it will need over 40 points.
I mean, the mad thing is that like they compared like the Great Escape season. After 24 games, we was 18th on 20 points, and we're in exactly the same position now.
Yeah.
So
How
hopefully
far
that
was we from safety though?
We was
What?
10 adrift at one point.
It was 10 adrift, yeah.
What, after 24 games and 18th?
Yeah, and we'd lost
Yeah.
to Charlton
Yeah.
and people around us like really badly. I think we lost to Charlton like 4-0.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
we did.
Somerville to be our Tevez right now. We need him to have that impact with the form he's been on.
Them
Well,
lads, you know, the new signings, like Pablo and Tati, mate. I think I've enjoyed watching them. I thought they've like come in, grabbed the ball by the horns, so to speak. You know what I mean? It might not be like they're used to Premier League football just yet, but I love the energy. You know what I mean?
Bit of energy, a bit of pace, bit of pressing.
And what I did love as well, I know it didn't do us any favours with old Tadebo getting sent off, but I like that little bit of fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that towards that game at the end, and I like the fact that, you know, Traore's coming and he's already a cult hero, just chucking Cucurella over the, you know what I mean? Like, it done well. I thought it was good. It's good to see a little bit of, you know, they care a bit. You know what I mean? It must have been tough because they've.
Yeah, there's definitely something happened since the Wolves game. I remember watching the Wolves game, and they're 3-0 down, and they're looking up in the sky and like, you know, ain't got a care in the world. So there's definitely something sort of ignited something in there. So
yeah, could be.
I reckon he's expanded the thing. I reckon he shook up things. You know what I mean? Like the backroom staff. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name.
Is it Paco? Is it Paco?
Paco, yeah.
I mean, I was reading something about him, and he said he loves like organised chaos. Do you know what I mean? So I wonder if he's come in and just rattled some stuff, and especially like that little. What we saw him saying to his, you know, essentially his boss, like, what you're doing.
Intense as well. Every time I see him, he's like that. He's just like he's got the same expression. He just looks like wants to kill someone, like, which is brilliant.
Yeah, need a bit of that. Need a bit of that.
So, oh yeah, by the way, I almost forgot before we forget, do check out OK Jerseys. Big thank you to our sponsor. You can get your West Ham Tops 15 quid shirts. 10% off if you use code Nicky10. Get all your retro West Ham, new West Ham, England, Ireland. In fact, I'm waiting for my Ireland top to come through. Loads of different shirts, internationals. I know we've got Leeds fans in here. You can celebrate with that. And we've got all sorts of fans. I don't know if they got a Luton one yet, though. I know we've got T-Boys there. So do check out OK Jerseys and get your shirts in.
Joe, can I just ask you before we go? Who made your jacket? Because that was something else.
So I bought one of the old, I think it was 96 Pony sort of training raincoats. And I bought an eBay. It was about 80 quid. And I was just going to wear that. And every time I had the guitar, the badge was so low down with the pony tops. You wouldn't seen it. So it just looked like I was trying to be Liam Gallagher or something. And I didn't want that. And then I just sort of, just one night started, I'm a collector. Do you know what I mean? And I just thought in the end, I want to start collecting all the old badges, like so I'm on stuff. I thought, what if I do that? And lo and behold, I gave it to my mate Yasmin, and her mum's like quite a stitch artist. You know what I mean? So I said, look, do all this for me, put this up like that. So I had like, for no one who's seen it, I mean, you can watch it in the video, but I had like 3 sponsors at the bottom, Dr. Martens, Avco, and I actually got the other one made, which was Dagner Motors, and then I just had as many as possible. I had like an ICF one as well, because it's sort of right. I wanted to get something that represented the story and the culture that is West Ham a little bit. And then on the back of it, I had the World Cup badge 96. I had the Europa Conference, and I obviously had like the FA Cup as well, just sort of on the back of it. So I was a bit of a West Ham promo slut that night, if you know what I mean.
I know, because it didn't even occur to me that like you probably made it yourself. I was thinking, that's a cool jacket, like all the badges. I wonder where he's got that from. It didn't occur to me that you've had it custom made.
I might get it made now, sell a few.
Yeah, that's it. I think that'd go down well with fans. We got Rich here, West Ham, £5 super chat. Thank you very much, Rich. Love the song, Joseph. We're showing a bit of fight. Is it too late? Come on, you irons.
Never. It's never too late, is it? it's not over till it's over. You know, it might even go until the last game. Might even go against Leeds, and it might just be this, you know, a moment we want to forget, or a moment that we'll remember for the rest, you know, of time, sort of thing. When we stayed up, I mean, Leeds have done well, haven't they? Really, their team's just sort of picked up, and I thought they'd be going down. I'll be honest with you, I did think they was one of the teams that'd be going down, but they have shown a bit of spit in that. But I think we're staying up. I just
mate, if it goes to the last game, I don't think my heart can take it. I don't think my heart can take having to once again see West Ham having to win one last game.
Though, if you offered me that now, I'd take it. Last game of the season, if we beat Leeds, we stay up. I'd take that.
Oh God, dude. I think anyone would. I think like, I don't know. We're gonna suffer some bullshit, I think, in these last 14 games, but there's going to be moments because you know, like every season, I don't know if it's the same for you, like I always find there's this little turn in West Ham and the keys finally go in the Ferrari and we sort of go a little bit, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like that was the Spurs game. Well, really, it was the QPR game. Like we had a win, it was like, right, that boosted them, and then to get that bit of luck,
stop the rot.
Not luck, but Wilson, for God's sake, like play the boy, like get over it, Nuno, whatever, just play, just get him on, like, and he got us out of danger. And I mean, he couldn't say nothing, could he? I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but seems like they've made up now. Hopefully, anyway.
For that, but yeah, I think as well. I think by that last game of the season, I think Leeds will be safe. So if Leeds are safe and we're going in it needing to win, you would think that they might be on the beach. You know, there's a chance that they could be, you know, we're safe and we need it more. So we will, in theory, fight for it more. So that could be a good situation for West Ham where it's like, yeah, we're playing against a team that's basically fucking on the beach. They've fought, they've stayed up. So
dirty Leeds, though, innit? Dirty Leeds. They'd love putting us down, I reckon. There'd be a bit of that. But
I think there's a few clubs like that, mate. But
yeah.
Hopefully we won't give them an opportunity. So
So all right, well, I guess we'll wrap up there because Nick's got to go to Burnley tomorrow. What time are you leaving it?
We're leaving at 8. And I think that's pushing it a little bit. It's 4.5 hours up there. I didn't even realise it was that long.
Yeah, it's a trick.
That's not including service stops and all of that.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to limit them, to be honest with you.
So, brilliant.
A couple of bottles to wee in.
Yeah.
God. Well, and your fag breaks, don't forget them.
I just smoke. I'm taking my car so I can smoke in the car. So
I'm glad I'm not up there. Sorry, Ryan. Unfortunately, you're going. And you going, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to be getting that secondhand smoke tomorrow, mate. Look forward to that.
That's all right.
He's used to it.
But listen, big thanks for coming on, mate. And sharing that and allowing us to play that song on the channel. And thank you to everyone else who's
and check it out. The link. Check the proper video out because obviously you like it, you subscribe, you give them a hype. It helps. Share it.
Support it. When someone in the West Ham family does something, outside of this, a song or a film or a documentary or anything, I think it's important that we as West Ham fans come to support it. You got something there that I think we all resonate with. Like anything you can do, support, whether it is just liking it or downloading it or streaming it on Spotify or whatever.
Yeah, and donate as well if you can, please. Yeah. Like it's an important charity to us. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's funny in it because you get people that I'm probably turning it to that person. You think like, oh, whatever, like turnover, but what's a £5? Do you know what I mean? What's a £10? Just. If everyone listening now has just done it and click the link, the link's attached to all the videos. Right, I'm sure Dylan would appreciate it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, great cause. So please do. So brilliant. And let's just hope tomorrow we are celebrating a win on top of that as well. We can celebrate with the song.
Touch wood.
Brilliant. Listen, everyone, have a great rest of your Friday night, and I'll be back tomorrow with the watch along. Just myself. I don't think Jace is in. Obviously, with instant match reaction, fan cams, all of that stuff, and then PMP on Sunday. So do go and check it out. But lads, anything else? Anyone to say?
No. Just hopefully we get them 3 points, mate. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Joseph, mate. Really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me. And as I say, really appreciate you being a part of the video. And yeah, thanks a lot and all the best to you.
Brilliant.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Nice one, lads. All right, one thing left to say, everyone. Come on, you Irons.